Hi, sixth grade. I understand that you guys are going to color a little bit more on your kaleidoscope designs and make them absolutely perfect, and that's fine. When you get finished, cut out super careful and then send it back to me. I will mount it on some black paper because that really makes it pop and look terrific, and send it back to you. So while you're coloring, go ahead and get all your stuff out. I just want to show you some stuff. This is just an addition to our little project. So for 34 years now, my husband and I have gone to arts and crafts shows all over the country, and we have collected some kaleidoscopes. And we got so many of them that we thought we'd buy this silly little old-fashioned cabinet just because it had some shelves and we could stick them all in one place. They were all over the house. So now we have them in one place. And I would like to share those with you while you're coloring. I know that we're in COVID, and usually I bring these into the classroom so you can see them. So you guys are just gonna have to remind me later on, hey, remember, you were gonna bring those into COVID for us so that we can remember. So here we go. Where to start? We'll start with this one. This is the first one we got. This was at the Arts Crafts Show at Piedmont Park, probably in 1989. It's made by a woodworker. You can even see that brilliant inlay that he's put down in there. This part turns and has all the images in it. It's got some nice primary colors in there. Let's see. That's a nice one. So this is one of our first ones. Handmade, the whole thing. Then we got one that has wheels on it. And the fun thing about this is it has a little screw on the front with different kinds of wheels. And so one wheel has butterfly wings in it. And one wheel has thin slices of stone in it. And then we have another one that even has flower petals in it. And you can exchange them in and out. And they give you just even a different image. Look at that one. Okay. Then we have a couple of these that have these wands on them. And when you turn them in different directions, all the little beads and glitter go down through the wand. But this one also has a little wheel on it with different colored pieces of glass, and it's all put together with solder, and he's even decorated a lot with solder. And so this one's really kind of fun. Oops, there we go. And then there's this one. This one's kind of fun. It has lots of different pieces of glass on the front of it. And it's kind of put together, I call it a Ferris wheel. So it looks like a little Ferris wheel there. And you can spin it in front of that triangle of mirrors there. Okay, that's a good one. And then this is the last one we got. We got this up in Boone, North Carolina. At a hiking trail, and they had a gift shop there. So some artist had made this, and it's got like a little barrel with items in it. The interesting thing is some of the items float around in water, and so they sink quickly. And then some of the items float around in oil, so they move real slow. This one's oil. That's kind of cool. There's so many. Here is one that's made out of ceramic. It's all clay rolled into a tube. And then there's a marble, just a big gigantic clear marble stuck in the end of it. So when you look through it, you see whatever's in the room reflected many times. So see, there's my hand. See my fingers moving back and forth in front of that marble. How's that? That's kind of cool. That's really clever. There's all kinds here. This one, oops, this is really interesting. This is 2 kaleidoscopes fused together. We really like this because we felt like we were buying 2. And then they made these spheres that they put in the end and stuffed full of all kinds of little goodies. So you have 1 kaleidoscope on one side, and you can turn that sphere in there. And then look at that triangle. That's a totally different triangle. And so you get this other one on the other side. Can you see that one? It's kind of got black around the edges of it. I know that one's good too. Here's one that came with a stand, and it's shaped like a little egg. And this is a woodworker who has put all these different types of wood together and then made this little tiny kaleidoscope. There's the beads in that side. So you can, I don't even know if you can see through that one. Yeah, you can. There we go. Okay, let me show you a couple more. Here's one that we got. This one, this stays in one place, and then this spins around. So those are the images that go by. But it is a music box. So you wind it up and see how that spins around there? And you can kind of look through there. Can you tell the song it's playing? See how it's moving? And then here's one. This is fun. It's clear down here, and it's full of feathers, different colored feathers. And the way they move is with this atomizer. It's an old perfume atomizer. And so watch the feathers when you move it. See how the feathers move around? And so you can look through that one. That one's really pretty because they got some big fluorescent feathers in there. Let's see if I can get this to work. That's nice. So I got a whole bunch. Can't wait to show them to you. In the meantime, do some great jobs coloring. Nice, neat job cutting, and we'll be done with this project. Okay, so for your next project, you guys have finished your kaleidoscopes and you're ready to move on to the next thing. Here are a couple of windows on this handout that I'm going to give you. And you're going to take those windows and you're going to pick one, or sometimes you even pick a combination. Like you might pick the window from one, but the shutters from another, and the flower box from a third. And you're going to put it together. And you're going to draw it on a piece of cardboard. This is what it's going to look like in the end. All right? So this one's on vertical format, and this one is horizontal. Okay? So let me show you how we're going to work that out. So I'm going to look through this handout. Like I might really like the way the window panes are put into that window, but I kind of like this little arch on the top of that window, you know, and maybe the flower box on this window. So I could turn all of that probably into something that's a little bit more vertical. So I'll hold my cardboard vertically, and then you're just going to sketch it all on there. You know, here's my rectangular window. And those panes, remember, are a little bit Frank Lloyd Wright looking, kind of off kilter here. All right, so I'm just going to draw that on. I remember I like that arched look at the top of those windows. And it had some bricks on it. So I'm going to make those kind of like that. And then it had that, one of them had a great flower box on there. And maybe I'm just going to put some circles in there for right now for some flowers. But when I get back in with the color, I can color them up. Maybe it'll even have a little vine hanging out of there. All right, so you kind of get the idea of where you're going to put all of that on there. Okay, so if you can get your kaleidoscope finished, all colored, nice and neat, no white spaces showing, cut out, and get that back to me, and get your window drawn in pencil on a piece of cardboard, then that'll be terrific. And next week we'll start with a little bit of color on the windows. Okay? Have a great time. Bye-bye.